was a night that I'll never forget. Thomas, a friend of mine, had given me this book, and he said it changed his life. But was he that stupid? This book was dangerous to have. This book could land him in jail or even worse. And he said, read the book. And I replied, I said, you would give me a book knowing that if I told on you, that you could be put in jail, or you could be seriously hurt. You're willing to give me a book knowing that it could separate you from your family? And he said, it was the truth. Read the book. So that night, as my family was asleep in their rooms, I decided to open the book. And I opened up to a verse that read, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. And I began to cry as I read more. And it was as if my eyes had been opened. And I began to cry out to the God whose name I barely knew. And I knelt down and I said, Lord, please save me from myself. Please show me the way. Please, I need to know you. Please. And at that moment, I knew why so many men and women would give their lives for this book, this truth. And suddenly, my front doors flew open, and men in uniform came, and they grabbed me. And I tried to speak, but they struck me with the metal object right on my face before I could even speak. And then they threw me in jail. And the jailer, he said, let's see if this make-believe God will save you now. And though I was afraid, I still had peace. As time went on, food became less. And on the day before my execution, I heard a voice. And it sounded so familiar. And I said to myself, could it be? And it was. It was Thomas, the one who had given me this book. And he asked me, did you read the book? And I said, I did. And he said, did it change your life? And I said, it did. But now I'm afraid. And I told Thomas, I said, Thomas, I need to ask you a favor. I need to know if the grace of God that people talk about is true. Tomorrow we're about to be burned at the stake. So Thomas, if the pain is tolerable, please raise your hands above your head. Do it for me, Thomas. I need to know. And with that, Thomas replied in a whisper, I will. The following morning, the stakes were lit, and Thomas was up. And it felt like forever. I saw him being burned right before my eyes, and his fingers were no more. And we all thought he was dead, including me. But then, he suddenly raised his hands above his head, and he clapped 3 times, and then looked at me, and died. For I know that my Redeemer lives. May the God that gives grace and mercy grant me peace as I go to see Jesus, the truth. For I know that my Redeemer, He lives.